Well, we're back in Santa Rosa after a great round of golf and down here at the Historic Railroad District. Going to take a try of the Grossman's Noshery and Bar. That sounds intriguing. There are a lot of Snoopy things around here. I'm wondering if this, if Santa Rosa is something to do with Charles Shulz. IPA in hand and hanging out waiting for us to get seated. Cool place.
Mr. Bob?
There is a connection between Santa Rosa and Charles Shulz. He lived here from 1969 until he died, and there's a museum dedicated to him about a mile away from the historic Railroad Square. Here's the official Lucy Health booth. Right here, only a nickel. You can get all the psychiatric help you need. Do you have arachnophobia? That's the fear of spiders. Do you have agoraphobia? That's the fear of going out. Let's go check out the Charles Shulz Museum. See if we can find Snoopy and Charlie Brown. Whole museum is dedicated to Charles M. Schulz, who is the cartoonist who drew the Peanuts cartoon, and he lived here in Santa Rosa from 1969. He actually lived right down the street from here, and then just across the street on the other side of that wall is an ice arena with a coffee shop that he used to have breakfast in and lunch in almost every day. And so being in the museum is like being in his neighborhood nearby, and this whole museum has just cartoons and strips, and I think they even have a recreation of his office upstairs. We'll go take a look at that. The original Charlie Brown is recognizable, but definitely looks different. He's been changed over the years into his current Charlie Brown form. In Houston, Snoopy helped celebrate the 50th anniversary of the lunar landing in 1969. So in 2019, I've got some magnets that a friend had given me from being at the event, and then he's also been on the Artemis mission, which is another lunar mission coming up. So Snoopy and NASA have a long history. And sure enough, here's Snoopy and the lander. And here's his office reproduced in the museum.
This is when I come home and really pour it on poor old Charlie Brown. This is when he really suffers the most.
In all the videos, they call him Sparky, so I guess that was his nickname, Sparky Schulz. Well, that's pretty cool. So Charles Schulz lived kind of in this neighborhood around here. He helped put in the baseball field, I think, and there was an ice arena here that had the Puppy Cafe that he ate at. So let's go find all that stuff. The Puppy Cafe. They even have the Charlie Brown music going. Got the cafe going. Reserve table right here for Charles Shulz.
At his table, he'd have his bacon and eggs.
Having some type of skating competition in over here at the ice rink. It's the 2024 Pacific Coast Adult Sectional Figure Skating Championship. The Redwood Empire Center was built in 1969, sponsored by Gene and Charles Shulz. It's hosted ice skating shows, both amateur and professional, and stars like Peggy Fleming. Charles M. Schulz Break Room. It's pretty cool. Oh. Yikes. It's hosted senior hockey leagues, figure skating events, and even a professional tennis event. It really is Snoopy's home ice. This is great. It's like the Walt Disney Skating Center of Snoopy and Peanuts and Charles Shulz. Well, that was fun. Let's say the museum is just kind of meh, and lots of cool stuff from Charles Shulz, but really not a lot in there. His studio was cool to see. The ice rink was fantastic. It was fun to go in there, and it was free. And the fact that there were skaters in there, that was cool too. And then the Warm Puppy Cafe. It didn't look like you could order anything right there now, but looks like it opens at sometimes. But it's cool. Cool to be in the area where Charles Shulz was and where he spent his life. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe.
Like button and subscribe.
Like that guy said.